Hello. So I want to talk about how the brain is organized. Very layman's terms. So this is not the science lesson. We have two parts of our brains. We have the primitive part that includes the mammalian and the reptilian brain. It's called the primitive brain. And that houses our emotions, our feelings, our thoughts, all those programs, they're in that part of our brain, primitive part. Instincts. And that part of your brain has three functions. Seek pleasure, avoid pain, least amount of effort. Called the primitive brain, toddler brain. Kind of acts like a toddler, just does what it wants. Really, it can't really act, it just thinks. Just has thoughts, just has programs. Then we have the newer part of our brain, the prefrontal cortex, neocortex. It's called the adult brain. And this is the part of your conscious thoughts. This is the part of your brain that deals with the executive functioning. This is where you have your reasoning. This is the part that makes decisions. So your toddler brain might have an idea and a thought and a feeling. Your adult brain has to actually do the action, has to make it happen. So my toddler brain can come up with the idea, we need to have cookies right now. And the adult brain can say, oh, okay, cookies sound good. We got cookies right here. Let's have cookies. Or the adult brain can say, we're not eating sugar this week, so we don't want to eat those cookies right now because you know what it's going to do to your blood sugar, and then that's what's going to do. You can kind of reason. And your toddler brain, no. And that's how we manage our minds. That's basically it. It's managing the adult and the toddler that's going on in your head. This is very simplistic, right? So, but I love this image because the toddler's having a little fit in the middle of the store. I need to have my cookies. And it's yelling and screaming and kicking on the floor. And the adult's either going to give in or they're going to say no. So you've got two choices, right? You could ignore them, I guess, but that's still saying no indirectly. But you have this going on. And when people are not managing their minds, this is where they get into trouble because that toddler brain just takes over. And all those urges and instincts and I need it, I want it, I have to have it now. That is running your life. And when your toddler brain is think about toddler running your house. If your head is like, goo, 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 that's because your toddler is running the show. And your parent is just sitting back and be like, okay. And your parent is trying to please it. Okay, well, if we just do this, then you'll feel happy. Okay, what do you want now? You want that lollipop? Okay, just get that lollipop and then you'll be happy. Okay, just lose that weight, then you'll be happy. Just do this and then you'll be happy. Just do this, then you'll feel better. And that doesn't work. If you have something serious going on, you gotta deal with it. So that's what we do in mind management. We're going to learn how to kind of manage that toddler brain and that adult brain and make sure that the adult brain is actually running the show and that what you're doing is intentional and that you are not just running on your programs that may or may not be serving you. And that everything that you do is done because you want to do it, not because your brain is just running out of control. Okay, so hope to see you in the class. We're starting January 12th, 8 to 9, probably we'll go to 9:15, 9:30 because we're going to do some hypnosis. But starting at 8 o'clock Eastern time, Tuesday, January 12th, we're going to learn, I have a whole series on managing your mind and how to manage that battle between your toddler and your parental brain. And some tools to do it. As the weeks go on, we have tools, and we see how this plays out throughout our lives. So check it out. Okay, it's included for my clients, $50 for 6 classes if you're not my client, because I need you to pay something to show up. If it's free, you won't show up. You know that, right? Because your toddler brain will say it's free, you don't have to go. you can skip it tonight. You got better things to do. It's a really good show on Netflix or anything, because who wants to sit and listen how to make their brain work better? But it is good. You'll like it after. Trust me. All right. Thanks.